There are some strange and sinister goings-on tomorrow morning at 10 to 11 here on BBC Two. Will Holmes and Watson survive the House of Fear?
From the biggest teams in Europe, the football is getting better and better.
Inzaghi to make it 2-0.
Now Italy are gaining momentum.
Francesco Totti has put Italy in front in this quarter-final.
Will Holland keep up the pace they've set?
That's 6! And there's duck to the Masters, there's no doubt about that.
Italian Renaissance, or will orange be the final colour? The Euro 2000 semi-final, live tomorrow at 4:30, BBC One and Radio 5 Live.
With all the action both on and off the court now on BBC Two, we go to Wimbledon and Sue Barker.
Hello, there may have been worries about Tim's form coming into the championships, but he laid them to rest yesterday. We didn't doubt him for a minute, did we? Well, Tim is one of 5 British players through to the second round, and 2 of them play today. Martin Lee is in the spotlight.
He's actually along the east coast at the moment. That's different to what we said yesterday, and across the South Yorkshire Pennines. It's very difficult to forecast a cloud in these situations. That's my excuse anyway. So rather cloudy skies, 1 or 2 bright or sunny spells, and temperatures around 18 Celsius in the brightest slots. Similar this evening, then overnight, variable, often large amounts of cloud, the chance of 1 or 2 showers, especially in the southwest, and temperatures around 10 or 11 degrees for tomorrow. Rather cloudy, some showers, especially in the southwest, but a good deal of dry weather, the best of the brightness perhaps in the northeast, and highs around 18.
What do you mean it's very difficult? It's your job to come on and tell us how difficult it is.
It is extremely difficult. It's better than reading the auto cue. Doddle.
Yeah. Kill him. That's it. Have a good afternoon. We're back at 6:25 on BBC One as usual, and we're both back hopefully tomorrow lunchtime, 1:30. See you then. Take care. Bye.
Now, do you sing, juggle or joke? Whatever your talent, it's time to tell us about it. Between the 11th and 13th of July, we're at the Great Yorkshire Show Talent Spotting. So send us your name, address and telephone number, tell us what you do and which day you can join us. Write to us at BBC Talent Show, Woodhouse Lane, Leeds LS2 9PX. Or you can email us at look.north@bbc.co.uk. And watch out, some finalists audition for Children in Need later this year. You've been warned.
Here's a quick look at tonight's lineup here on BBC One, and at 7 they can run but they can't hide their pasts from Carol Smiley as she reveals more celebrity secrets. Then at 7:30 Dell's on the hunt for his mother's buried treasure in Only Fools and Horses. Carol's back at 8:30 with the National Lottery UK 2000, and at 8:40 Diana Rigg stars as Mrs Bradley. That's the early part of tonight here on BBC One. Well, it's day 3 and Sue Barker has all the latest from Wimbledon 2000 here on BBC One.
Good afternoon, day 3 of Wimbledon. I've got one of the greats of Wimbledon alongside me, and today another great champion returns to the world's greatest tournament. Martina Navratilova is back 5 years after making this emotional farewell to the court she'd made her own. That year, Pete Sampras won his 3rd title here, and in the final defeated another Wimbledon favourite, Boris Becker. What was Martina Hingis doing in 1995? Well, at 14 years of age, she played in the senior championships for the first time and faced Steffi Graf, who went on to win it that year. Dramatic day at Wimbledon yesterday, racket abuse.
First set breaks on, 7 games to 5.
Tempers flaring. Seeds going out. And then at the end of the day, this threatened Pete Sampras' surge towards greatness. Hello, so an ankle injury for the defending champion, and as soon as Pete Sampras left the centre court yesterday, he didn't go to the press conference. He went straight to the local hospital here at Wimbledon to have a scan. Now, we still haven't...
And ladies singles. Thanks, Pam. Enjoy your day off tomorrow. And if you're watching tonight, it's pretty late now. Don't care how tired you are at the moment. Just imagine how tired Mark Philippoussis is feeling at the moment. Bye-bye. See you Monday.
Товарищ капитан, и что-то поймал.
Координаты.
030. Она движется прямо на нас.
Он вперед! Самый малый! Ну давай! Давление через 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Rick Stein. With place, it's best to cook it skin side down. O, nie wolnotis, kapitan. Wasz urgent budget w pariadka.
We'll do anything for food on BBC Two.
Spend this summer with the Casalets
How many more coming, Mrs. Cripps? Melanie Master decides to invite.
as they reveal their dreams,
I think you should stay a painter.
Most other grown-ups could agree with you.
their fears
I really don't feel up to another baby.
and desires.
You're going out with him, aren't you?
What on earth are you talking about?
Dr. Sherlock. Does Rupert know?
The Casalets continues Friday at 9 on BBC One.
Summertime on BBC Two means a fortnight of world-class tennis, and it all starts now. Wimbledon 2001, introduced by Sue Barker.
Time, ready for play.
She's done it.
History beckons once again for Pete Sampras to equal Bjorn Borg's record of 5 in a row and become the first ever player to capture 8 Wimbledon singles titles. History beckons for Jennifer Capriati. She won her first major title earlier this year at the Australian Open. 2 weeks ago she conquered the clay in Paris and now has her sights on the Grand Slam. History beckons for Tim Henman. Can he become the first British winner here since 1936? Tim starts his campaign this afternoon. And history has already arrived for the BBC today as we go interactive. And that's me in the top corner. Good afternoon. The sun is shining, the courts look beautiful. What a perfect way to start the greatest tournament in the world. And first on centre court today, arguably the greatest grass court player of all time. Pete Sampras will step onto centre court at 1 o'clock this afternoon, an hour earlier than we're used to, but the championships have decided to bring forward the start time on centre and court number 1, not just today but throughout the championship. So at 1 o'clock it's Sampras against Francisco Clavet, then Jennifer Capriati begins her campaign against Maria Vento of Venezuela, who reached the 4th round here in '97, and Andrei Pavle against Greg Rosetsky, injury-free and full of confidence after good performances at Queen's and at Nottingham. So at 1 o'clock on number 1 court, the number 4 seed starts there. Marat Safin, the reigning US Open champion, against Julian Knoll. Martina Hingis, the champion here in '97, then against Virginia Ruana Pascual, who reached the 4th round 3 years ago. And following that, Britain's Luke Milligan, who did so well to come through the tough qualifying rounds. He will take on Juan Carlos Ferrero, the number 8 seed from Spain, who's making his first appearance at Wimbledon. But play elsewhere, as usual, gets underway at 12 o'clock. First on court 2, Rita Kutikis against Serena Williams, seeded 5 at these championships. And then it'll be a packed court out there for Tim Henman. He'll fight his way through the crowds to take on the Russian qualifier, Artem Deripaska. And then Thomas.
And with some hazy sunshine, I think the hot spots will be southern parts of Lincolnshire, northwest Norfolk. 28 is 82 Fahrenheit. Further north around 24 or 25, and the coast will again be cooler due to those onshore breezes. Looking further ahead, it turns unsettled, more pressure, I think. Some sunshine for all of us, scattered showers as well, and I think temperatures near the late June average, and that's 20 or 21. There we are.
Email from Emma Gardner, who comes in this morning. She said, I was at the Almondbury Gala last Saturday. He was chatting away with everyone, being a local celebrity, but I was most disappointed to see that he didn't participate in the tug-of-war event. Does this mean he doesn't have any muscles? I think that goes without saying, Emma, really, don't you?
All you know.
The picture says it all. Have a good afternoon. Join us at tea time, BBC One 6:25. See you later. Take care.
It's all about Leeds. The latest news when you want it. bbc.co.uk/Leeds. An interactive entertainment guide. bbc.co.uk/Leeds. Sports coverage that doesn't sit on the sidelines. A new online service from the BBC.
20 years, the case is cold.
She left for work on April 10th, 1982, and she never came back.
A body is unearthed.
That body was flesh and blood when it was put in there.
Its secrets exposed.
Careful preparation of the burial place signifies a relationship with the dead person.
What sort of relationship?
Marriage, blood.
Suspicion.
You could hear my confession.
Awakens the cold case squad.
Look at this. It's ritual.
Trevor Eve, Claire Goose, and Sue Johnston are Waking the Dead. A new crime double starts tonight at 9 on BBC One. The truth will out.
Taking you closer to the action, this is BBC One with live Thursday play at the biggest tennis event of the year, Wimbledon 2001, presented by Sue Barker.
Time, ready for play.
Bathed in sunshine, the most famous tennis championship in the world. Wimbledon is back and already underway. Pete Sampras is back for more. Winning 7 just isn't enough. The defending champion open play on centre court.
BBC programmes with subtitles from award.
Highlights of day 1 at Wimbledon on BBC Two. Any upsets?
ready for play.
4 years is a long time in tennis. In a different era, Hingis was queen of the centre court, and 65 years is a whole lot longer. No British man has won since 1936. Will this be Tim's year, or will it be Greg's? Well, as hot an opening day as most of us can recall. Probably since 1977, actually, when an unknown qualifier made it through to the semi-finals, and I'm delighted to say he's with us here tonight. Pandering to the British public.
I like that.
You like that? Pandering to the British public by tipping Henman to win then.
I'm getting a little older and wiser. I mean, you can't blame me for that. I'm no fool now, but I think he has a great shot at it.
Good afternoon to you. The hot, dry weather continues for our players at Wimbledon, but things are set to change towards the end of the week. Now, for the moment, we've got unbroken sunshine and very warm indeed. But as we move through Wednesday afternoon into the evening, there's a risk of a shower. That shower risk increasing through Thursday, and showers are more than likely on Friday as it turns very much more unsettled. But all the action has been much further out to the west during the course of today. You can see a lot of cloud building here, and some quite nasty showers have turned up through Northern Ireland, parts of Scotland, especially Western Wales and the far southwest of England. Now here, I think some of those showers could give some quite tricky driving conditions and even some local flood problems. But to the east of that, as you can see from the satellite picture, virtually unbroken sunshine.
And on Tim Henman, whose match against Todd Martin is up next on centre court over on BBC One. For a major event in the gardener's calendar, join the BBC Two gardening team and the RHS at Hampton.
2-5, still thinking there's going to be a monumental task if she come back from this.
You know, all sports, so much the ability to regroup when you've had a tough break, and for Serena Williams losing that second set after being up 5-3, love 30 on Capriati's serve. She just didn't do a good job after that set to try and get over it and get rejuvenated for the third. Just in the last couple of games, she's been offering any resistance whatsoever, and I think Capriati looks as if she is just starting now to favor that hip. It's stiffening up a lot of